G'day, my name's Ross and welcome to the story time today for GB at Home. We're doing Brothers and Sisters. It's in your lounge rooms or in your kitchens. Hope you're having a lot of fun. Now, today, I'm not at home. Have a look around. Here we go. Lots and lots of trees. We're actually in a park that's very close to my house. You know, there are actually kangaroos in this park. There used to be koalas here as well a few years back. So we're in a park because in our story today, there's going to be a couple of brothers come along in it, but they're on a bit of a journey. And Jesus, the rescuer, is out and about, and he's walking. He's on his way to Jerusalem, and they're going together. And every now and again, they'd stop, and people would ask him questions. And at one point, he stopped, and people wanted to bring their children to him to have him bless them. And he said, "Yep, I'll do that." The disciples kept shooing them away and saying, "The kids are not important." And Jesus said, "No, they are. The kingdom of God belongs to such as these." And then they keep walking, and another time, this is in Mark chapter 10, got stopped by a rich guy who said, "How do I get into heaven?" And Jesus said, "Well, your money is not as important as God, so you have to sell everything you have and give everything to the poor." And he was really just trying to show him that you've got to love God more than money. That was really hard for him. They kept walking along, and Jesus said something really puzzling and really disturbing. He said, "When we get to Jerusalem, I'm going to have to die." I don't know what they thought of that. Well, it's about then that these brothers pop in. They're guys who are hanging out with Jesus now. Earlier in the week we had Andrew and Simon, who changed his name to Peter, and they were part of Jesus' group of disciples that hung out with him. Well, there's two more who hang out with him. Their names are James and John. Now they're pretty fiery kind of guys. Maybe they argued a little bit. They certainly thought they were pretty good. They liked who they were. They were called the Sons of Thunder. And they sidled up behind Jesus. Maybe James was on one side and John was on the other. And they said, "Jesus, when you are in your kingdom, please, can we sit at your left and at your right? One of them either side." And Jesus said, "Guys, can't really promise that. That's already been worked out. Those places belong to someone else." And he said, in this world, people who rule the world can do it really in strong ways, and sometimes they boss other people around, but not so in the kingdom of God. If you want to be great in the kingdom of God, you must be a servant. If you want to be first in the kingdom of God, you must be a slave. For the Son of God did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Well, he was saying that to be great, you have to serve. And they got to Jerusalem, and when they did, Jesus did a few things. Firstly, he washed his disciples' feet. Now, I'm kind of standing in a bit of a puddle here. Let's have a look. I don't know whether you can see that or not. It's probably upside down. It's actually been a bit wet out here. And imagine if you were walking around in those days and just in sandals. Those feet would have got slimy and stinky and mucky. Well, Jesus served by washing their feet, but he didn't stop there. A few days ago, we talked about this rescuer and how he wasn't rescuing us from slavery or from an army that was coming through or anything like that. He was actually saving us from ourselves, from this thing we call sin. Now, sin is all the stuff that we do that makes us unpresentable to God. It covers us and gets in the way of us being friends with him. It's all the stuff we do that's against his ways, and God can't be around sin. And someone needs to pay the price for all of that. So when Jesus died, it was like he was taking all of that sin on himself, and he was having himself punished so that we can be friends with God. When God sees us, that's all just cleared away. And now we can be part of his family and be his children, which is an amazing thing. That's being a servant. Well, we're stuck at home, maybe a bit more than normal, and you're with your families, your brothers and sisters and your mums and dads and whoever you're living with, and it can be hard sometimes to look after other people. Well, Jesus showed us that we have to be servants first and to show our love. What's more, we see who he is very clearly. You can keep getting to know this servant by reading your own Bibles. Have a look and get to know him better that way. Pretty soon, hopefully, we might be able to see you at St Elf's in the building, and next year we hope to see you at GB in the building as well. we'll see what's happening then. But in the meantime, have a great time doing the rest of GB at home. There's more activities to do, so I hope you have a great time doing that, and we'll see you soon. I'm going to try and work out where I am. Gosh, I don't know which path to take. Oh well, I hope to be out of here soon.